race fans, welcome to Daytona in the USA for race number 17 of the Gtcc 602 Championship, our second last race in the series, and the weather is looking pretty good. The guys are out on the track at the moment trying to get those final preparations done before the race starts. That'll be very shortly, but before we do that, let's pop out to the scoreboard and have a look and see where everybody stands at this point in the championship. Here is our starting lineup for today here at Daytona in the USA. I'm in position number 1 with the Toyota Celica GT4. In second is Mikey Doble in the Maserati. Tom Ingram in third in the Porsche 911. In fourth, Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru. Andrew Watson in fifth in the Porsche Cayman. Chris Smiley sixth in the BMW M2. Darryl DeLeon in seventh in the Ford Mustang GT. Colin Turkington eighth in the Nissan Fairlady Z. Rob Huff ninth in the Toyota GR Supra. Adam Morgan 10th in the Jaguar F-Type R. Daniel Rowbottom 11th in the Volvo V40 T5. Josh Cook in 12th in the Honda Civic Type R. Sam Osborne 13th in the Mercedes AMG. Ashley Sutton in position 14 with the Toyota MR2. Jake Hill in 15th in the Honda S2000. In 16th we have Tom Chilton in the Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec. Aidan Moffat in 17th in the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA, Nick Halstead in 18th in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage, Dan Kamich 19th in the Nissan GTR Premium, and in 20th position is Dan Zelos in the Audi TT. Right, that's it for the lineup. Let's get out of the track and get some racing done. And here we are at Daytona for the start of the race. It's race 17 of the Gtcc 602 and the race is on. Mikey Doble straight into the lead. Aaron Tyler Smith overtakes us as well. We drop down to third, which seems to be the order of things lately in the competition. It's Colin Turkington and Tom Ingram in fourth and fifth fighting it out. And Turkington really getting it on there with Chris Smiley as well. The BMW pushes its way through, passes us as well, but we get that position back. We're on the outside of the BMW now, coming through the turns, and wow, look at that stream of cars coming through. The BMW right on our tail as we chase Tom Ingram's Porsche. Aaron Tyler Smith in second, Mikey Doble in first. That Maserati really going to have an advantage out here today with their powerful engine. But we are in fourth in the Toyota Celica GT4 at the moment. Chris Smiley behind us in the BMW, and Turkington, oh, we got the car in a massive slide. Chris Smiley almost getting into the back of us there. We have to be careful out here with the braking points. Some of these turns are a lot more technical than what they may look like. But we keep the car on the road, barely keep the position. Smiley definitely could have got past there had he been on a slightly different race line, but we're in fourth and we keep it. Turkington right on the back of Smiley's BMW, looking for a way past there, and you see all the cars piling through the berm turn, and it's quite an overtake on Tom Ingram down the inside, having to switch and change our minds from the top to the bottom as we get past Aaron Tyler Smith's Subaru as well. We're taking it right. Oh, we got contact between us and Aaron Tyler Smith. Tom Ingram capitalizing on that, getting the Porsche into third position. Aaron Tyler Smith drops down into fourth. We remain in second, but a very big hit on us there on the side of the car. Fortunately, that didn't cause any damages to the vehicle, but we are chasing the Maserati, and it seems to be getting away at this point in time. We've definitely made a big gap on the majority of the field. Mikey Doble in front, a big gap between us and him, a big gap between us and Tom Ingram, and a big gap between him and the rest of the field. Some of the guys going in now for repairs. Obviously lots and lots of contact through the first stages of this race. Some of the guys having to go in and get some repairs done, but we are in second position. Mikey Doble with a 2:15.047. That is a quick lap, but we'll see how that goes through the course of the race. Hopefully as the tyres warm up, we should be able to watch those quickest lap times tumble down. But it's a 34.504 quickest sector for us as we go through there and onto the brakes, trying to find the nicest apex, or the most efficient apex through the turn. The Porsche of Tom Ingram has definitely caught up. We don't seem to be as fast through the turny sections on this track. Ingram right on this, looking like he's going to be wanting to take a look at the overtake. Another quicker sector for us there, despite the Porsche catching up, but we seem to be pulling out a gap on him on the long bermed turn here, coming towards the chicane. You can see how far that Maserati is ahead of us. Another quicker sector for us at 1:19 there, so we definitely are using the car's strength to our advantage out here. Oh, big slide. We spin it round right off the race line, facing towards where we came. Just push the car out onto the right hand side there, just get out of the flow of the quicker traffic, but we slot in back into position number 6. Sam Osborne ahead of us now, the AMG Mercedes. Adam Morgan in the Jaguar ahead of him. Then in third, Aaron Tyler Smith. Tom Ingram in the Porsche now second, and Mikey Doble leading the race in the Maserati Gran Turismo S. It's only go really quick though on the fast bermed turns, so we seem to be able to make up some ground. We've got a decent aerodynamic setup on the car, so we do get lots and lots of speed out of it, but maybe not the most downforce on the car, so we do seem to be struggling in the corners, as you can see there, sliding the car around. Maybe not the best to have the downforce completely tuned away so that we can get the top speed on the car, but it seems to be okay for us at the moment. We're in 6th. Daniel Rowbottom behind us in the Volvo V40, but quite a distance behind. Here we go through the turns, coming up to the next right-hander, chasing Osborne's AMG Mercedes. He's going to be looking for a way past Adam Morgan's Jaguar. Morgan, though, quite close to the back of Aaron Tyler Smith at the moment. Tom Ingram out in second. 6th for us. Tyre wear looking good. We are on the hard, so those should last the course of the race. Onto that banked turn, around onto the straight, which comes up to the chicane. The chicane, not our strongest point at the moment with the aerodynamic setup that we have on the car, so we need to brake really early, get that right, and we should be in a good trajectory to get up to the front of the race as we follow 3rd, 4th and 5th. It's a tight bunch between 3rd, 4th, 5th and us in 6th. As you can see, the other cars quite far behind coming through there, but we got a decent run, but some aerodynamics, the aerodynamics basically set to 0 so we can get the most out of this car on the straights. Also catching the slipstream on the other cars. Looks like a couple of guys going into the pits. Yes, Morgan and Osborne go into the pits. Oh, we almost get squeezed out by Tom Ingram. Bit of a scrape on the outside wall there, and you can see how jittery the car is under braking. But we managed to keep the car in check and keep it on the track. Aaron Tyler Smith behind us in the Subaru WRX, looking nice and smooth. And we are chasing Tom Ingram's Porsche. I don't know how far Doble is ahead, but judging by the mini-map on the bottom right of the screen, he is already on the exit of the turn that we are on right now, so There's definitely a big gap between us in first position right now. Tom Ingram in second, and we seem to be struggling to keep up with the Porsche at the moment. Aaron Tyler Smith seeming to easily keep up with us through the turns. Track temperature should be quite decent at the moment. And we get round the Porsche of Tom Ingram, and now we move into position number 2, another quicker sector for us, so the tyres look like they are definitely warming up. We've got the quickest lap of the race now. We've got it down to a 2:03.822. Keeping the car barely on the track there. No track limit penalty, so we could keep it in. Another quickest sector for us in the Toyota Celica. So it is not looking too positive for Mikey Doble at the moment. We look like we are consistently quicker through all of the sections of the race, just about. Mikey Doble decided to go into the pits. Only 20% of his fuel left in the Maserati, so we keep the car out. But another slide. Oh man, the aerodynamics definitely not helping us too much with the cornering. Even with the all-wheel drive system of the car, we seem to be struggling to keep the car planted through the turns, but we do pop down into second position. So the idea of keeping the car out instead of going in with Mikey Doble, but we are off wide again. The traction obviously not working too well as well. There's too much gas, not enough downforce. The car is struggling with its handling. We've got Josh Cook now coming into the picture, and he looks like he's off the track again. My word, that's dirty tyres from the last excursion off, and that just helps us off the track again on the next turn, and we drop down into third with Josh Cook in the Honda Civic Type R. Moving into second, Aaron Tyler Smith holding the lap leader position right now, but he obviously also needs to go in. It's Aaron Tyler Smith in first, needing to pit, as does Josh Cook in position number 2. We need to go in as well, so we will most likely go in at the end of this lap. So 14 seconds down from the quickest sector on that section after those spins. So that is a major loss of time. So definitely keeping the car out on track this time around, just not working in our favour. But we are holding our own, and we are catching up to Josh Cook in the Honda Civic Type R, as you see us going onto the bank turn on the way to pit entry. Pit entry is still quite some way ahead of us, but with the cars travelling at the speeds that they are, it's definitely not too far away. As everybody, you can see us moving over into the pit lane. Get in the car. Slightly slidden around there. So it's Aaron Tyler Smith in the pits. We're in the pits. Got Josh Cook in the pits. Ashley Sutton decides to stay out in the Toyota MR2. He moves into position number 1 right now. Mikey Doble, the race leader who we were chasing earlier, still he's out on the track now. He moves into position number 2. So he's soon to overtake Ashley Sutton, surely, because Sutton is obviously going to have to come in and pit sometime soon as well. But quite a few cars in the pits at the moment, getting fueled up, tyres swapped. We're going to have to get some damages sorted out as well after those slight impacts. But nonetheless, we come out in position number 7 behind the Subaru of Aaron Tyler Smith, the Jaguar in front of him, driven by Adam Morgan. So quite a way back in the field at the moment. But at the moment it's still Ashley Sutton leading the race in the Toyota MR2. He's yet to pit. Mikey Doble will take over the race leader position as soon as that happens. But then we've got Sam Osborne in the AMG Mercedes in third behind him, and Tom Ingram in the Porsche in fourth. You can see us chasing down Adam Morgan in the HSBC Jaguar. We want that fifth position. We get him on the outside, and great momentum coming out of the turn, and we take fourth as well. So Ingram now left to fight it out with Adam Morgan as we now fly past the outside of Sam Osborne's AMG as well. So the Toyota Celica really looking good on the straights. Not so good though in the turny sections with the aerodynamic changes the team has made to the car. So having to brake really early, take the turny sections way slower, and we don't follow that instruction and get the car right off the track. So we're on the track now, taking the penalty away and back on the power once it has been served, but we drop back into sixth position now. And now we've got some significant damages on the front of the car with the left front and the front spoiler. So you can see all the folds and bends and dents in the front of that car now. But nonetheless, it's still got decent power in the straights. So Sutton has now gone into the pits. Even though he's taken 2 laps longer to go in, he's still got 13% of his fuel in that car. Oh, getting on the brakes to enter the turn, and the car not handling very well there, into the side wall. But seems to keep us straight. He's in the side of that concrete wall. No damages though, as we try to find a way past Sam Osborne, who's in second position in the AMG, taking a very sharp line through the inside there. We get position number 2 from him, dropping him to third to fight with Tom Ingram in the Porsche. But the Porsche obviously quite far back at this point, so he's got a battle on his hands with Adam Morgan in the HSBC Jaguar right now. We are leaving Sam Osborne behind by the look of it. There's Mikey Doble though. We are seeming to catch up with him. But taking the turns in the twisty sections a little bit slower than usual. Definitely the team orders for the day, and not seeming to get that right all the time. Seemingly we are quite used to the car being really planted through the turns. This week not so much, because of the aerodynamic changes we've made to the car to suit the track. But we are chasing down Mikey Doble, and it looks like we are getting that gap really eaten up. Yes, we are just about on the back of him right now, coming through the chicane area, and get the car slid out, but we keep it on the track. And Mikey Doble now with a seemingly dangerous position number 2 in the form of the Toyota Celica behind him. Hopefully we can catch up and get the pass done, and then keep him in the rear view. And there we go, around the outside. Mikey Doble dropped down into second position in the Ray-Ban Maserati. The Castrol Celica GT4 moves into first position. Mikey Doble though is going to slip into our slipstream, and he knows that we are not too strong through the turny sections. He's just going to capitalize on our weakness here, and he does very effectively, coming through the turns, dropping us down into second position, taking the apexes, using the width of the track really well, and he's keeping that lead at the moment. The Celica really good on acceleration though, but just not so good with the turns with the current setup. Osborne in the AMG shooting into the pits now as well, as we chase Mikey Doble for the lead of the race. Taking the inside now, getting it a little bit too far towards the inside, hitting the brakes, letting Mikey Doble pass, and we'll try to get that overtake done at another section of the track. Back on, no penalties though. I think the judges did see that that was purely driver error. No cheating involved there, trying to overtake on the grass section to the apex of that turn. But onto the banked turn now. This is where the aerodynamics come into play, and you can see them right there. Mikey Doble ordinarily on the straights really quick in comparison to the Celica, but we're definitely getting the better of him in this section. However, he does get the slipstream on the Celica, and that is going to keep him in contention, and that will make him really dangerous through the turny sections of the track which are coming up. But let's go to Celica, really doing a good job out here today, despite having some rather interesting trips off the track and into the barriers. Nonetheless, we've worked our way into position number 1, holding the quickest lap of the race as well with a 2:03.822. Tyre wear not looking too bad at the moment. So tyres are probably about 1/3 the way done on the front. And oh, as you can see, Mikey Doble again moving into the lead through the turny sections here. We just don't seem to be able to match him through the quickest, more twisty turns. Camish into the pits now too. 5% of his fuel left. He's really strung that one out as long as possible. We chasing in second position, trying to get the lead on Mikey Doble. We know for sure that we'll get it as we come to those long bank turns and the long straights, but at the moment just not, the car just not properly set up for the sections where we are normally far superior to the Maserati in terms of agility. We've also got a damaged left front after that coming together with the barrier, but it doesn't seem to affect us in the straight line. So this is where we will capitalize on that and just absolutely fly past the Maserati. What we're going to try to do here is see where he tucks in behind us and then move away and try to break the slipstream and get a little bit more of a lead on him through the chicane. Far neater this time round, barely keeping it on the track there, keeping the race lines as sharp as possible. And it looks like we are making some ground on, oh, we did get a track limit penalty, so we move over to the left off the gas and back on the gas once the penalty has been served. We do manage to stay out front. Mikey Doble tucking in behind us in the Maserati, trying to get a slipstream on us and look for the pass, but when we move out wide to break that slipstream, and it seems to work, but Mikey Doble decided to go into the pits now. He's got no fuel left. He's obviously run the car dry, and he's going to need to fill up. That should be quite a long stop for him then as well, because we still have 10 minutes left of the race, so only 2/3 done. So he's definitely going to need to put in a lot of fuel, and that's going to take some time. Ingram goes in as well with the Porsche. He's also virtually run the car dry. It's 6% left of his fuel. They're on the hards though, so there's probably no need for them to switch tyres. So we'll go in sometime soon as well. But we are at a quarter of a tank of fuel at the moment, so we may be able to eke out 2 laps if we really push it. But oh, maybe not. The tyres looking like they are maybe wanting to give up. No downforce on the car either, so definitely not helping as well through the turny sections. We need the speed of the car on these long turns, so we just actually set the downforce to virtually 0 so we can get the optimum out of the car in the long straight sections. Seeming to work out so far, but we have had some horrendous excursions off track. But look at the gap between us and the guys in second. Aaron Tyler Smith in second. We can't even see him coming into the screen as yet, so definitely working out for us at this point. But we are still needing to go into pit quite soon. I think most of the drivers have already gone in, which is why we're seeing such a massive gap. But we'll see how that pans out when we go in and where we come out in the grander scheme of things once we go into the pits. It is a very long pit row. We're right at the end, so it does take the car a long time to get out to our team. But that's it. It's a very quick stint out. And once we're done, but here we go into the pits. The guys are ready for us. I think we're most likely going to switch the tyres. We've got some repairs to do as well, and we're going to just probably for safety's sake just fill that car right the way up and brim it. We're going to need to look at our strategy coming into the turns though as well. We may be not listening to the team rules as we should, not braking early enough, going into the turns too quickly with no downforce on the car, and that is definitely causing us some major problems. We're not the only ones going in. Tyler Smith is in and Josh Cook in as well, so we are seeming to keep up with the lighter fuel use cars at the moment. Interested to see where Ashley Sutton ends up with the whole grander scheme of things here, because that little MR2 definitely runs a very, very light fuel consumption. But we come out into third position actually, so not too bad of a stop there, and despite having to do some repairs as well. But we come out behind Sam Osborne in the AMG. He's in second position, quite close behind him. You can see Ashley Sutton behind us there in the red MR2, so he's not doing too bad. He's going to need a pit tune though as well. That'll drop him down the order. But for the meantime now, we need to concentrate on Sam Osborne's AMG, trying to get that behind us. We sneak through the inside again. The great overtake there by the Toyota Celica onto the brakes, and we gear down into second, and then power out of the turn onto the long sweeping bank turn. Mikey Doble not too far ahead of us. Looks like he may be a few seconds ahead, but wow, Sam Osborne with a 159.074. he's shattered our lap record, but it doesn't seem to keep that constant though, otherwise he would have been leading the race, I'm sure. But there's Mikey Doble exiting the screen into the chicane. We following suit, dropping the car into second gear. Maybe not needed that gear change, but quickly back into third gear and on the power. So we are chasing him 195, 200, 205 kilometers per hour as we chase him. And here we come, round the turn, round the outside. Mikey Doble in the Maserati drops back into second position, and we are in first on lap 11 of the race. 25 minutes in, 5 minutes left of the race, so judging by that, maybe 3 laps left at most. And we get the car into a slide. Mikey Doble slams into the car, into the back of the Celica GT4, damaging our left back tyre and left back wheel. So I don't know if that is going to cause some serious issues to us, because we're already not that great through the turning sections. Having a damaged rear left is going to obviously cause even more issues for us in the twisty sections of the track. So was that a strategic move by Mikey Doble? I'm not sure if he could have avoided that. We were quite significantly ahead of him, and it looks like we are having serious issues with the handling after that, coming together with Mikey Doble. Man, we are off the track completely sideways, back onto the power, and we're going to try to chase him down, but the car definitely in a shape of worse wear after that. We've just gone into the pits, just sorted out the car, just got all of the repairs done, and now we've got a massive Maserati slamming into the left rear and damaging our left rear wheel. So man, that is going to be a problem for us. Not much time left in this race, and we are in second position with a damaged car. I'm not sure what kind of damages he may have on the Maserati though. That was a very hard hit, so maybe he's got similar issues to us, but on the front that remains to be seen. But here we come through the chicane again. We're looking to be a lot quicker, so Mikey Doble definitely off the pace. I don't think his car is in 100% condition after that crash. I think he's definitely damaged something on the front of that car. Whether or not he will keep it out on track is another story. We're just going to try and keep the car out. We seem to be leaving him way behind, so the strategic move here would be don't go into the pits, just keep it out. We seem to be leaving Mikey Doble behind, and definitely looking on the mini-map, you guys may not be able to see it, but Mikey Doble into the pits. There you can see him on the race leaderboard. He's gone into the pits. He's got 43% fuel, and he's probably got a reasonably good set of tires on there. That is definitely damages from that coming together with us in that accident. So Ashley Sutton also going in. He's in position number 3. The two of them are going to drop in the order. Camish also in the Skyline, the Advanced Skyline. So we're out in first position with that lead getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Aaron Tyler Smith behind us in the Subaru WRX. We can't even see him on the screen at the moment. So we have got a significant lead, but that might be short-lived. As you can see, the car sliding out. Virtually no road holding with this car whatsoever, with that damaged left back. So the car seemed to hold okay through the right-hand turns. The right-hand side obviously intact, but I don't know what this means for us through for the rest of this race. Can we keep the car out ahead? We've taken this decision to keep it on the track. It's 28.5 minutes into the half-an-hour race, so less than a minute and a half left. So we will definitely cross the line before the timer runs out. So lap number 14 will be the final lap of the race, and will we be able to keep it out ahead in its current condition? It is looking rather good for us at the moment. We just need to take those turny sections really slowly in order to keep the car on the track and avoid any more penalties hitting barriers. But all on our own at the moment in the front. Sam Osborne though still with the quickest lap of the race with the 1:59.074 as we cross the line into lap 14. This will be the final lap of the race. Only 30 seconds left on the timer, so we have to finish this lap, and then that is all she wrote for today out here in Daytona, with these Toyota Celica really not doing too badly out here, taking the car onto the left hand side of the track in first gear, and really taking the turns a little bit slower than usual. We do have quite a big buffer. Oh, Tom Ingram now with the Porsche shatters the lap record time at 1:58.734 now. As you can see, Ashley Sutton has finished the race. Oh, the car sliding out on that left hand side back, just not holding the road. As we were saying, Ashley Sutton finished the race. He will not need to go around the track one more time, as will everybody behind position number 8. So we are in position number 1 onto the first of the banked turns for the last time on the way into the chicane. Let's just see if we can hold that car through the chicane and keep it clean. Keep it from sliding out. This little car has been absolutely amazing through the course of this championship. Slightly slower through the chicane into second gear, back down into third. Oh, we still get another track penalty, so we'll just get that run out before we get back on the power. But really, it isn't going to make any difference to the outcome of this race. We are significantly ahead of Aaron Tyler Smith, who's in second. Mikey Doble, after that incident, has dropped all the way down to position number 5. And here we go, across the line, taking the victory for the Toyota Celica GT4. Another victory for the team. Quite a dodgy, it was quite a risky maneuver, changing the aerodynamics to virtually zero to help us in the straights on this race, but definitely panning out for us. We had some very, very dangerous turns through the course of the race, but yep, we take the win. So here is the final race order for the day. We're in position number 1 in the Toyota Celica. Josh Cook in second, in the Honda Civic Type R. Great result for him. Aaron Tyler Smith in third in the Impreza Coupe. Tom Ingram in the Porsche. The quickest man on the track finishes in position number 4 with a 911 GT3. Mikey Doble, unlucky for him with that accident, having to go into the pits, he moves down to position number 5. Sam Osborne finishes in 6th in the AMG Mercedes. Adam Morgan in the Jaguar finishing 7th. Ashley Sutton in 8th in the Toyota MR2. He's 1 lap down, as is Dan Camish in position number 9 with the GTR. The V8 Vantage driven by Nick Helsted in 10th. The Fair Lady Z driven by Colin Turkington in position number 11. Daryl DeLeon finishing 12th in the Mustang GT. Rob Huff in 13th in the GR Supra. Then we have the FedEx Cayman in position 14 driven by Andrew Watson. Tom Chilton finishing in 15th with the R33 Skyline. The S2000 of Jake Hill finishing in 16th. In 17th is Daniel Rowbottom in the Volvo. Chris Smiley in 18th in the BMW M2. Aidan Moffat finishing in 19th in the Giulia. And Dan Zelos finishing in 20th, 2 laps down in the Audi TT. Well, that's it for us for today, guys. So drive safely, take care. We'll see you for the final race of the Gtcc 602 Championship next week. That's going to be at Willow Springs in the USA. See you there.